and he wants an emphatic knockout over Miloš here tonight. Round 1, scheduled for 10. This may be the most complex opponent of his career thus far. Of course, the southpaw stance from Miloš, but he does like to switch. You see it there. We saw him do that in victories over guys like Francesco Pianetta, Kevin Johnson, who he did manage to stop. Said he wanted other sparring partners, but due to the pandemic, he wasn't able to get a couple of partners. Posture, a relaxed operator in there. Fairly timid start here from Yoka as he stalks a mover, Miloš, around the ring here in round 1. Round 2 underway. That's the honoring of the late French film legend, Jean-Paul Belmondo, who was a close friend. Right hand there for Miloš. Eventually started to batter him along the ropes. Miloš certainly a step up in opposition. Right hand from Yoka, comes behind it with a jab. His trainer when he entered the pro ranks as he comes over the top of the right hand. Good body work from Yoka, right at the bell. Well, a much better round for Tony Yoka in round 2, but you'd still have to say that Miloš is giving Yoka more to think about. Boxed well and left a good impression. And Miloš is, by his own admission, a very reserved man who doesn't like talking to the media, so maybe he's a little unfamiliar with the expected boxing level, but a fellow undefeated fighter who might not be held in the same regard as Yoka. Yoka finally gets Miloš along the ropes. And rocks Miloš back. Correctly ruled that was a little bit of a push. A body shot from Yoka, who comes over the top of the right hand. Here, the noise travels well here in the tennis stadium as they volley shots back and forth. Round 4 begins here in our main event. Tony Yoka, Peter Miloš. In the center court at Roland Garros. Corey Erdman here calling the action for you, to the fact that he's facing a little bit of a speedy heavyweight here in Miloš, who's doing a lot of moving, whereas Yoka, with his range and his size, keeping Yoka occupied with those combinations as Yoka goes back downstairs. Did some good work to the body. Much time in these rounds, but when he does, Yoka is finding him to the body, and he cracks Miloš with a sweeping right hand right at the bell. Round 5 underway. Obviously the crowd heavily in favor of Tony Yoka, but Miloš has said that around 200 to 300 people from his hometown have made the trip for this fight as well. And there's that right hand downstairs, right along the belt line, and Yoka lands another one flush up top. Flurry to the body, willing to trade with him. Round 6 underway, and you heard Virgil Hunter really likes that body work from Yoka, and that's exactly how he starts this round, with a right hand to the body. Coming into this fight, he said that his promoter and his manager have had to calm him down because he's getting a little bit impatient in terms of getting those fights against top 15 heavyweights of Yoka's stature, that every performance, every round that ticks by is a referendum on his skill level and his career. Yoka more and more, particularly in that 5th, is finding himself at close range. And those powerful body shots at a certain point, you'd have to think, are going to take effect. Of this fight. You would expect those, initiating those clinches that suggest to him that Yoka round 7 begins. Particularly over the last 3 to 4 rounds, Yoka has been able to get to the inside and land to the body, mostly focusing on his defense, and he gets clipped with a big left hook. Milas is in trouble and he goes down. Half a minute left to go here in the 7th round as the count is up to 6. And Milas taking his time, getting back up to a vertical base. Can Yoka close the show here? 15 seconds remain in the 7th. A flurry to the body. You saw the knees buckle once again, and Milas goes down. He slumps into his own corner. And that is it. Milas took a seat in his corner, but there was no stool. Tony Yoka with the knockout victory. That Milas's hands were starting to drop, and that's when something like that becomes a possibility. Catches him with the left hook. There it is. And immediately clubs him to the floor with that right hand.